Okay, we got a 427 update. Now, these are the guides for the push rods that were on the heads that Odell put together before he sold them back. And you can see they got a split in them, so they can pretty well fit on any head, right? Which I really like. Problem is, the push rods that I got are 1/4 inch. These are for 3/16. So that ain't gonna work. So I went and bought myself some of these. These are for Windsor Motor 302, blah, blah, blah. Now, understand that these are US MTS spec heads, but still, they're Windsor heads. So we slide those guys up in there. They fit dandy, dandy. The only problem is that when I put a stud in, like so, there's that. Look how far off we are. Look how far off that is. That is 1/8 of an inch off. That ain't gonna work. It just won't work. So I have several different options. I can buy another set and hope like hell they're gonna fit on these heads. If they don't, it's not a big deal. They're only like 15 bucks a set or 30 bucks a set. That's not terrible. But that's option number one. Option number two is hog that out and 32nd of an inch over here and hog it out a 32nd over here in this hole and make the studs fit so that my push rods will be in the notches. That's fine. We can do that. I can also take these guys and notch a little off of here and a little off of here. What is it, 1/4 to 3/16? I don't know, 1/16 of an inch off here, 1/16 of an inch off here. The problem with that is I got to do that 16 times. That seems like a lot of freaking work. Of course, I suppose I could stack them in the vise like that, like 4 thick or something, and then run the 4.5 inch grinder down in there and notch them out. I can make that work, and that would actually work better because these are for the most part adjustable, right, width-wise. So I might do that. Those are the 3 options I have. But that's been status quo for this build. Everything I buy is either difficult to fit application-wise or just won't work at all. Just like this down here. There's an oil filter. The oil filter will not go on if you buy an FL1 between that strut or that gusset and that filter housing. So I got to buy that FL903 or whatever it was that went into the smaller, shorter one. So we'll try that and see what happens. But that's kind of where we stand right now. It's just waiting for everything to come together. And of course, I got to spend another $300 and some on a bell housing for that direct drive, because the bell housing I got fits Ford standard transmissions. There's a difference between Ford standard transmission and a Chevy standard transmission. I don't even want to get into it. So that's universal Ford and Chevy for Saginaw, which is what that direct drive, the Burt ball spline, is the same pattern as a Saginaw. That'll go in there. Then I can line everything up there, and the direct drive coupling should line up perfectly once that new bell housing is in place. But yeah, just nothing but a money pit right now. Sitting here wasting space, and every weekend everybody's out there on the track, and this thing sits here just waiting. Wish me luck, because I definitely need it putting this piece of shit together.